While we wait for President Trump's final plan for his border wall, plans to complete the original border fence between Texas and Mexico have resumed, and residents to our south are getting letters to give up their land. Border correspondent Oscar Margain reports now from Brownsville.
This tract of land once belonged to the Champion family 4 years ago, and as you can see, it's now being occupied by the border fence. But there are other parcels that the Department of Justice is seeking to purchase, and it's notifying owners through legal notices on the local paper. Page after page, the names of more than 200 people listed on a legal notice by the Justice Department. Property owners whose lands are in the path of an uncompleted border fence. The announcement, made on every Wednesday issue of the Brownsville Herald during the month of June, seeks to get the majority of the people named to respond to the eminent domain cases pending for nearly a decade after the 2006 Border Fence Act was signed into law. Why is it that your name appeared on the newspaper?
I don't know. I guess you could say that sometimes I'm lucky and sometimes I'm not. We're going to find out.
Fernando Champion, one of several in his family listed in the notice, has dealt with the government for years, since the original border fence was built.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He says he's received 7 letters since February, as the government renews its effort to continue about 50 miles of border fence that were never finished.
They're trying to figure out who the owners are or the heirs to these parcels of land.
It's one of the obstacles the government has faced.
Well, Aunt Sylvia, she's only got 2. Well, now 1 because one of them passed away.
The government betting on people like Fernando, middle and lower class families on the border who prefer to give up the fight against the inevitable and stop paying property taxes on the land they no longer use.
Economically, it makes sense, to go and take their offer because, I'm just a simple, humble guy, I'm not going to lawyer up, over something this small, but just the very concept of the very idea, I never agreed with it.
The Justice Department says it'll fairly compensate the Champions for a total of 3.6 acres of land. Money that'll be divided among many heirs like Fernando, as President Trump continues to look for other ways to fund and fulfill his promise.
We're talking about the southern border.
To build a wall. In Brownsville, on the Texas-Mexico border, Oscar Margain reporting.